Today, Precarious plays
Samurai Legend Musashi.
You let the battery die. You just sat there and watched the life drain right out of it.
I'm not gonna be the first one that gets killed at the Robo-Apocalypticon, but I won't be the last either. Let's put it that way. They'll look at how sweaty my phone is and go, oh no. Put her on the back burner. She talks to her phone, but...
I can just see, I can see you in, a pair of, giant robo-pincers. Uh-huh. And it's just you watch the life drain from its eyes. And then you're like, whoa, really? Really? There are people that just on a whim, because their boyfriend forgot the milk, they spike their phones against the ground, and you're coming after me for this?
It was unspeakable.
No, then they're just we are very efficient. All greater offenders have already died.
Oh, well, in that case, I mean,
yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Hi, cat.
Yes, so didn't you... Gosh, what were we talking about with this game?
Literal shit. That is shit and farts and poop. That's what we were talking about last time.
Okay. Well, in that case...
We're not talking about... We're not talking about it. What we were doing last time is we have 1/2 of Fire Maiden power. This is what I've been waiting for, because I remember this being a very important technique. All right, come on. Oh, is it circle? Is it square. There it is. Okay, R1 and square. Good. So now I have the focus meter means a little more, right?
Yeah.
Because now I can use it to counterattack, if I remember it correctly. I remember it's critical at the very end of the game. Whenever you duplicate techniques you already know. Oh, so it has to be against an enemy. I'm hoping that's wrong. I don't... Duplicate foes many times, you see. Okay. So that's fine.
You said you were going to try to think of, stuff to talk about. Mm-hmm. So did you think of anything you wanted to talk about?
Well, actually, I really remember that I'm going to be playing the game, so I was sort of leaning on you to do a lot of that, which is why I asked you to try to think of some stuff, too. So, I mean, what's some of the results?
I was thinking a lot, not at all. About it, I thought of nothing, and also sleeping, mostly. I did many sleepings. So,
Oh?
Yes. There you have it. Show over. It's dead. No, after all the sleepings, I woke up. And then also thought about it no more. No, I'm just kidding. So, every time I think about us sitting down to record this game, there's not very much for me to talk about in my brain. Mm-hmm. This one doesn't really stir up a lot of things in my soul, you know? But then when it turns on and I look at it, my immediate reaction is, this shit looks so cool. And then right after that, it's why isn't it any better?
Well, I'm really happy we're playing this right now.
Yeah.
Because, so I've got 3 games sort of on the, with a metaphorical stovetop, you know?
Yeah. I would hope it is a metaphorical stovetop. Because if you are melting game cartridges on our stove, I'm going to be upset. Is that clear?
This shit's delicious. You don't even know.
Game quesadillas.
So, I've got a few games on my mind right now. Mm-hmm. And I jumped too soon.
Yep.
And I'm doing this, I should mention, I'm doing this on purpose. So I just unlocked the arena, right?
Yeah.
And certain arena matches give you, what's the best way to describe them? They're basically relatively powerful, unique pieces of equipment that are related to each of the maidens. Mm-hmm. And I remember that one of them in particular is like, I think that the main thing that they do is they reduce the mana cost of all of the sword special abilities, right? Mm-hmm. And it's just nice to have around.
Yeah.
You know? Especially if you're going to be running through an area repeatedly trying to solve a puzzle or something. Mm-hmm. Cool. Okay. If you're going to be running through an area trying to solve a puzzle repeatedly, then the bands that like reduce the cost of the hydro blast.
Yeah.
They can be very helpful. Helpful enough to bother like taking the time to get them at least, you know? Mm-hmm. Although, you know what? Now that I think about it, oh geez.
Damn it.
I was sort of expecting this to be like, I thought he was going to be sort of a pushover.
Yeah.
And he is putting up more of a fight than I thought he was going to. So why don't I get the thing that I want, and then we'll
talk about the thing that you wanted.
No. Why
Okay, fine. I thought it would be annoying. Okay? I was just being considerate. But you know what? Fuck you.
Okay, so I got the thing. I just want to. So it reduces Sword of Water's MP consumption by half, and there's one for, I believe, every sword.
Cool. So you got some cheese for your arm. Got it.
Okay, I'm gonna get to the place where we need to be, and then we'll be back. All right. So I got the maiden's arm.
Armlet.
It matters to me, damn it. Yeah, armlet. Okay.
I said it's an armlet. I said you got cheese for your arm. Fontina melts well and is good for lots of things.
Oh, is that a cheese? Is that a real cheese?
Yes, it's a real cheese.
Oh.
Delicious. It's like good for cheese soup and fondue and also eating. Super good. It's also lovely and beautiful, like a maiden, like a water maiden.
The more you know, like diddly dee is. Thanks. Yeah, that is the one. That is like. Whenever it comes to food knowledge, I want to There's a game that I want. Oh, I'm gonna have it. I drop a maybe secret.
A secret.
On you, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a game that I want to be played on the show, and I want you to be involved, but I don't think I'm gonna be one of the ones to play it.
Ooh, I love secrets that I'm involved in. Please tell me.
The next time we have a guest, there's a game that I think I want the two of you to try to play called Grim Grimoire.
Oh.
And you'll get to flex your. You should brush up on your alcohols.
Oh.
A few minutes.
My
ahead of time.
alcohol knowledges.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that all of the characters are named after various kinds of alcohol.
Yeah, you know, I think that's.
Do you have to go through the whole mini game again?
Oh my god, please!
I don't know if I'd rather just go there this time.
Seriously though, I was thinking about things I wanted to talk about this game, and it is so cool. It is such a mental break. It's just nothing but attitude. You know?
Yeah, I wanted to
all
say
motorcycles and strap chaps. Like
I wanted to say that so the 3 games that I've been playing recently, right?
Yeah.
They're all just so demanding, you know?
Yeah,
they're
all super hard.
They each in their own way, they just satisfy my desire to achieve in the face of overwhelming adversity. So, Dark Souls 3 came out recently. Mm-hmm. And that probably compares most directly to this game, right?
Yeah.
It's that same style of like...
Person with a sword.
Yeah, and you move your feet around with the left stick, and you move the camera around with the right stick, and things are trying to put a sharp thing through you, and you're trying to put a sharp thing through them.
Infinitely more complex, but still.
Yeah, but it's still... It compares much more neatly than Kerbal Space Program, which is the second one.
Yeah.
Kerbal Space Program got a big update. I love Kerbal Space Program. I don't know if I've had the opportunity to mention that on the show.
Mm-hmm. I don't think you have, actually.
So, I play a lot of video games, but I actually, compared to most people, I spend a lot of time playing a lot of different games, right?
Yeah, you don't have like your one type of video game, like, oh, you're into shooters, or oh, you love strategy titles, or oh, you like all of the simulators. It's like you play all of it.
Yeah, so I mean it's
FIFA, you know.
Yeah, all of the things. It's one of those weird things. Whenever I say this number, some people are gonna vomit in their mouths because the number is so high, and then a different subset of people are going to vomit in their mouths and shit their pants because it's so low, and I'm claiming to be a fan of it, right? Like a big fan.
Right.
I've probably put I think it's a little under 400 hours into Kerbal Space Program.
Yeah, that's... For me, I'm just like, where did you find all those hours to put together into a space program?
Well, I've been playing it. Oh geez, like I don't know if you realized like the rate at which.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know if you really if you know how quickly our lives have moved. I've had it for over 3 years because I got it for my birthday, and that just passed recently. Mm-hmm. And it's been 3 of them.
Yeah. So you're moving at about 125 hours a year.
Yeah, on Kerbal Space Program. Well, it's like 100.
That's still significant considering that's not, all you do.
Right. I also am playing Fire Emblem Fates Conquest. You know what I'm gonna do, because this is sort of a dirty retread.
Yeah, it is kind of a dirty retread.
I'm gonna try and sneak through here if I can. You know what I should probably do now that I think about it?
Yeah.
I probably use more of that. That animation is pretty lengthy, but I think it's not much longer than the getting hit animation. Mm-hmm. Oh, new!
Newness! Everybody, point the camera over here. Newness is happening. New technique! It's a diving falcon! Whatever that means.
Oh, it missed.
That was sad.
Yeah, I think it seemed to be one of the cheaper ones, so maybe it'll be worthwhile. Gonna pick it from the menu. So it's 10 MP, which puts it already on it puts it in the Angry Hornet tier. Let me see. Oh, so all of its damage is one big strike, huh?
So you're playing Kerbal Space Program,
Dark Souls 3, and Fire Emblem Fates, Conquest.
Well, those all sound like, 2 out of the 3 are pretty great. It's like all 3 of those games are amazing compared to this. So why does it make you happy play this now?
Because I can do this and talk to you and think about math. I can since we've been here playing this game, I've actually been considering I've been reviewing the map that I have to play in Fire Emblem next.
So this is your break time game?
Yeah, because I press the square button and enemies get cut in half and explode into sparkles, and occasionally for fun I press circle and do that shit. you know?
So would you say that this is a leisurely stroll
And I'm
of a
wondering,
game?
yeah, and I'm wondering if maybe that wasn't also the case when I was a youngster, you know?
Yeah, maybe you had other things to process and you were just playing this because you could...
Because even at that point, I already would have had access to Devil May Cry 3, for example.
Yeah, and you could have probably been thinking about your combos while playing this.
Well, no, I just mean, that's true, but I meant more like, I don't think that I would have been fooled into thinking that this was like a master stroke of gaming.
Yeah. Well, I know that you weren't, because when you decided to play this on the show, you were like, I haven't played this in a really long time, and I know I liked it, but I don't know if it was good.
Yeah, because
So I'm not going to make you play it.
I think I mentioned it before, but this game doesn't compare favorably to like Lost Kingdoms as
No.
far as like what I get out of games. It hinges pretty greatly on what I put into them. If I
Yeah.
don't have to put a lot into a game, usually I'm like,
It's okay.
yeah.
It's nice to pass the time.
So, Lost Kingdoms, you still have to think about your positioning and the way cards interact with one another, and, okay, just even the very seemingly straightforward trade of, do I want to risk throwing this card, sacrificing this card to try to do a card capture, right? Mm-hmm. That very core element of the game, this game doesn't really have anything that can match that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about it in previous episodes, but usually most of the powers that you get feel like novelty powers, because your basic swing the sword and move forward
Just works so well.
Yeah, it just gets it done, you know. But this is not about that, clearly. This is about coolness.
Yeah, and I have to say that
So cool. Sharkhead.
the level design in this game, and just the game has improved. Whenever we first started playing this for the show, probably like a couple recording sessions in, I was thinking to myself, like, maybe that rule that I have where, like, once we start a game, we finish a game, maybe that's not the best rule to have.
Oh, was this the first game that did that to you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
But it has gotten better.
Yeah.
Oh.
Down?
Okay. Yeah, down. I'm just trying to find out if I'm trying to figure out if there's a best down, but I think this is fine. So the level design is actually quite a bit more interesting than I would have expected after like the first few hours of playing this.
Yeah.
They've sent me back to the same place several times. But I didn't even bother looking down the first time I was in this tower. So finding all of this down here on this second trip through
Yeah.
is actually pretty neat.
Yeah, so they made you go back, but they gave you something for it. You're not just retreading the exact same thing. There's other stuff there.
Right. And whenever they sent me back to the mines, and I was initially very... That's when they surprised me the first time, right? You remember I was like,
Yeah.
oh, they're sending me back to the mines, and then I used the double jump to get up to somewhere new, and it was visually different enough. It was a bit more organic. It was cool.
Yeah.
And I think that that's actually a trend in the game, is they actually did do a pretty good job of recycling the areas smartly.
Yeah. However, you do still have to go into a cutscene to slice open a crate.
Wait, I've come to terms with it, and it's...
Yeah.
Oh, whoa, almost fell off the
Oh
thing.
god. You're see-through.
No, that's normal, that's fine.
Mushushi.
That's just a samurai trick, don't worry about that.
Oh, okay. If you say so.
You
Mr.
haven't heard
Samurai.
of ancient samurai transparency?
No, I'm not an ancient samurai. How many times do I have to tell you? I'm a Martian from Mars, not an ancient samurai.
From ancient samurai.
from Samaria, from ancient Samaria. Samararia. It's a new, unheard of place in the Fertile Crescent.
All right, so
Samararia. You haven't heard of it because you're not a hipster samurai.
Dark Souls 3. It has some. Oh, and these are the gecko gloves. I don't know if you.
Oh no, I didn't. Oh
yeah.
yeah.
It's one of the. It's one of the legendary artifacts.
Have you seen geckos do this? Because it's just as cool as this.
And his hands seem about the right scale.
Yeah,
right?
they do. Yeah, he looks very gecko right now.
Oh wait, can I swing my sword?
Uh-oh.
Can I do anything? I probably should have checked. I don't think I can do anything.
Well, go faster, gecko,
well,
man.
I'm trying. Like, I don't even have like a. I don't have like a Darksider. Darksiders? No. Was it Darksiders? Darksiders is.
Darksiders is the one where you play as one of the horsemen of the apocalypse, and he's like badass Link, basically.
No, Darksiders is the franchise with the cool character design and like BB Hood, I think.
Who's BB?
No, that's Darkstalkers. I'm sorry, that's Darkstalkers. There are too many.
Oh, I remembered the title and you didn't. That never happened.
Well, I'm glad you did, because I would have just been like dark something. There are too many Dark Souls, Dark Stalker, whatever.
Dark Star Destroyers. Dark Dancing with the Stars. Dark Days of Our Lives.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna keep going until something great.
So I've got something great, and that is Dark Souls 3 is cool.
Yes.
I feel like I'm worried about this tower here, because I know that there are a great number of treasure boxes like hidden around, and I feel like I'm really messing this up. Like I went all the way around on purpose
To just kind of look.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, maybe we'll find some treasure boxes here in a minute. We'll come back to it.
All right. I'm gonna do a little bit of work, and
just
we'll
everyone
come back.
remember, Dark Souls is cool. Okay? Good.